This video intended for entertainment and informative purposes only, but the live commentary may not reflect this rating. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, it's Clona Comics Inc. Welcome back, more Pikmin. In the last episode, we went back to the Forest of Hope and got three of the four last ship parts there. We weren't able to get the last one due to the time constraints. And in this episode, we're going to be heading back to the Forest of Hope and getting the last one there. And since we probably will only use half the day there, I say we go back to the impact site to show off some things that appear there after specific days. So, starting off, well, let's get out 10 blues and have them get some nectar for us. And while they're doing that, we'll get out our reds. I'm thinking maybe 40? Yeah, 40. And I guess we don't really need the, nectar right away. But wow, they found a lot. I'm thinking we'll get the nectar after we're done. Just to flower some of the Pikmin. Just to flower the Pikmin in the onions. As much as we can. So, once again, we don't really need to worry about these bulborbs. I should note, though, that, bring on this honey wisp too. I should note that when you defeat enemies, their carcasses will decay overnight, and pellets will also disappear. Not the pellet posies, just the pellets themselves. What are you yelling about? I was running away from him. He was like, "Mommy, these little pickies won't let me eat them." Yeah, whatever. Okay. Oh, apparently the box was already pushed all the way over. Okay. So, basically, I was talking about a sequence break. Basically, what you do is, it's a bit more doable in the Wii version. You want to throw... Okay, I thought the bulbors woke up. You can throw non-blues over to the cardboard box to be able to make them push it forth, so you can get over here without blues. This is actually, upon further research, doable in the GameCube version, but I'm just personally not going to do that sequence break. I mean, I'm pretty sure what I did with the shock absorber was also a sequence break. I think you're supposed to have blues get up there, but then again, why? Well, okay, so let's be careful. And okay, there we go. We don't really need the blues for this, but I guess I'll just have them on hand just in case. Because when we go up here. Whoa! Okay, this thing right here. This is a burrowing snagret. There are 3 of these guys, but only one of them has a ship part. So, if we go over here, see on the radar, this, I think this is the one that has the ship part. Basically, they come out of the ground, but one thing you can do is you can wait for them to get stuck coming in through the ground. Like, not like that. But even if you can't wait, I'm gonna throw on my red Pikmin. Even if you can't wait, you can just throw Pikmin up to its head. You don't want to attack its body because that won't do as much damage. You want to attack the head. That's its weak point. We may lose quite a bit of Pikmin doing this, unfortunately. But yeah, once it gets 3 Pikmin in, once it gets Pikmin in its mouth, if it doesn't die, then you're pretty much guaranteed to lose those Pikmin. Wait a minute, I only took 3 blues, 10 blues. Okay, there we go, we beat it. We're doing that. Oh, this wasn't the one. Oh wait, no, never mind, it was. I thought the head turned into the ship part. It's the Geiger counter! Every spaceship needs one of these, but I don't actually know what it's for. Every once in a while, it goes wild and lets out a lot of noise, but I never pay much attention to it, so it doesn't do me much good. I really should read the manual one of these days. Yeah, that's me too, because I'm really that much of a not that much of a handyman. Geiger counter. This noisy gauge is always letting off spontaneous clicks and buzzes. It can be kind of annoying. Yeah, I forgot about this. Maybe if I can get closer to one of these other burrowing snaggers, I can show how they get stuck in the ground. No. Come on. No. I don't know why they're not doing it. There we go. That's an example of it getting stuck in the ground, and you want to swarm it with the C-stick when it gets like that. So, I'm gonna bring the, how many Pikmin does this thing need? Okay, 15. So if I just throw, just a few more blues up, I'm gonna bring the, the reds back to base. Guys. Guys! Guys! Let's go. I'm gonna bring the reds back to base, and then I'm gonna have toss 10 more blues up there and have them bring, well, actually, maybe, 20 more blues up there, and have them carry the, ship part back to base, and then, and, as well as the pellets as well, since I feel like we can have a net gain on blues. I think I'll do it with 30, actually. Okay, we're back, and, I ran right into the snaggers, so let's be careful. Alright. Got all 36 Pikmin. And there we go. They're gonna start by carrying it back this way. Please do not carry it into the snaggers. That is one big problem that the Pikmin series has. When the Pikmin choose their routes, they always seem to carry it right into the enemies that are going to kill them. Okay. And I'll have them pick up the pellets. Mostly prioritize the blue pellets. And, yeah, if you had, anything that is not blue on it, they would have just carried it up and around. But since we're using blues, they're carrying it into the water, just making life a little bit easier. Alright, I guess I'll cut to when they get it back. And there we go, the Geiger counter. This noisy gauge is always letting off spontaneous clicks and buzzes. It can be kind of annoying. I have now recovered 13 of 30 parts. If I just find 16 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. What's 13 plus 16? 29. That should give you an indicator of what things will be like soon. Okay. I'm gonna grab. Oh, I thought there was a 20 pellet up there. Okay, I guess there wasn't. Alright. Well, I guess I'll spend the rest of the day, flowering up our Pikmin. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. The thing about Pikmin is that even though it's pretty much the same game all the time, I feel like this game does have a lot of replayability to it. Because, like, every time I play Pikmin, I always seem to have a different experience with every playthrough. And I think that's a good thing, you know, I think that's the mark of a good game right here. Even though this game can be a little bit frustrating sometimes, it's a great game. I'm glad I'm doing it as an LP now. Now, something that I have not made note of quite yet is that in the start menu, you might have noticed this thing called Go to Sunset. Continue from last save, it's just, you know, like quit the game. But Go to Sunset, if you find yourself in a situation like this where you just don't really have any ship parts you can get, or you just don't really have many ways to raise up Pikmin, if you hit Go to Sunset, that'll go straight to, well, Sunset. And I will demonstrate it here. Go to Sunset, yes. Because Olimar has the ability to manipulate time. No, I'm just kidding. Pressing start right now, nothing's happening. This cutscene is not skippable. At least not in the American and Japanese version. In the European version, the Sunset cutscene is skippable. Look at that. Ship's really coming together. "7 days since impact. I've seen that, at times, the leaf atop a Pikmin's head will grow into a bud and then a flower. It appears that if we do not pick the Pikmin sprouts, that gradually bloom over time. Fascinating. The melding of plant and animal traits is surely unique in this natural world. I have found the increased swiftness of the flower Pikmin to be a tremendous benefit. Also, my diligent observation has recorded instances in which flower Pikmin lost in battle have left seeds behind. This is why on days after fierce battles, I occasionally find new sprouts growing. Yeah, basically what he's saying there is that, if flower Pikmin die in battle, they have a chance of leaving a seed behind for you to pluck on the next day. So if a Pikmin dies in battle, or a flower Pikmin dies in battle, it has a possibility of basically just regrowing itself. I don't know how it does it, but there's many mysteries surrounding this world as it is. Alright, and I'm actually not going to save this time just in case something goes wrong. Alright, and there we go. And for the rest of this video, we're going to spend 2 days in the impact site, so that we might find something there. So, head to the impact site. Still can't believe we had to waste an entire day at the Forest of Hope just to get one chip part. So, I'm gonna start by getting... Actually, let's use our yellows for this because, wait, actually, hold on. Let's use our yellows for this because, most of them are not flowers. And now, if I head over here... There's that here, the Bloom Beetle, of course. Here, please, come on. The camera. Please. I was trying to avoid the iridescent flint beetle so the Pikmin wouldn't swarm it. Okay. So, head over here. Check this out. This thing is normally docile, but should we get near it, the Pikmin will attack it, it will get aggravated, and it will pound them into the ground! That actually does not damage it. This thing, ow. It hurts Olimar, but for the Pikmin... The Pikmin... Come on, guys. There we go. For the Pikmin, if you saw, it actually buried Olimar into the ground, too. For the Pikmin... Basically, all it does, it takes 8 Pikmin to carry. All it does is it does not kill Pikmin, all it does is just pound them into the ground. And, if the Pikmin is not a flower, it will make it into a flower. So, yeah, you guys are probably shouting at me for killing that creature, but, well... We'll just say it's for the sake of showing it in the video, and I thought that yellow would have picked up a bomb rock. And just to show how many Pikmin it gives, I think it gives like 15. So, yeah. Now, the reason I waited until here to show it is because that creature, the Mamuta, takes, it basically appears in the impact site on even number days, starting on day 8. Again, even number of days. There we go. I believe the Mamuta gives up 15 Pikmin, if I'm not mistaken. And there we go. So, yeah, the Mamuta is docile normally, but since the Pikmin just love latching onto things, even though they're in your squad, they'll probably attack it anyway, and they're gonna get buried in the ground because of that. And as you saw right there, I didn't really get a clear look at it, but it also buries Olimar into the ground, and it looks pretty funny. You, like, shake the control stick to get him out. If you punch him, if you punch the Mamuta, as Olimar, it'll basically, it'll go into the, it'll get angry, it'll pound him into the ground, and then it will And then it'll just return to being docile once it gets out. Alright, so that's what we wanted to show in Day 8 in the Impact site, so let's go to Sunset. And once again, this cutscene is skippable in the European version, but not in the American version. Voice cracky. Eight days since Impact. The Pikmin always carry their prey back to the onions. Close observation indicates that taking food pellets to the onions of the same color results in the release of larger numbers of Pikmin seeds. I've also found ways to group Pikmin by color. I can hold A to grab one for a moment, or I can press X to dismiss them all. But you can't, like, swap them while they're in your hand. You can do that in the Wii version, though. Alright, there we go. Pikmin population, sprouted 15 today. So, once again, don't save, just in case something goes wrong. And there we go. Okay. Now, we're gonna head back to the Impact site one more time. And now I'm going to get out, I say 50 blues, and I'm going to get out one red. One red just for demonstration purposes. And once again, here's the iridescent flint beetle. Appears every time. And wow, I've never seen the textures of the Palposy up so close before. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna head up here, and you see nothing here. But now, there we go. Yeah, that'll usually hurt Olimar if you're not expecting it. This is This is Gulex. It's basically a giant amoeba, but it's also, I didn't know the iridescent flint beetle could go up here, but it's also a giant thing of water. And so if I throw the red Pikmin at it, it basically gets a bubble on its head, and that bubble is going to slowly drown it. But just like if a Pikmin was on fire, you can save it with your whistle. Dude, get out of the bubble. Yeah, and just like saving Pikmin that are on fire with your whistle, you can save them from being bubbled, we'll say. So as you can imagine, the Gulex can only be fought using blue Pikmin, and it's got 2 pearls. The 2 pearls make up its nervous system, and you can swarm your Pikmin onto like the pearl. That'll only do a slight amount of damage. What you want to do is can you stop chasing me? Well, I guess maybe it is programmed to like go after you. Is you want to throw Pikmin at its brain, which it's basically just like a nucleus, but it might as well be called a brain. And oh wow, and apparently they did enough damage to it by just attacking the pearl. But basically, you just wanna keep on squashing the brain, and eventually it'll burst, and it'll drop 4 or 5 pellets of random colors. So I'll just give these all to the blues. And funny enough, by the way, Gulex, believe it or not, has HP equal to the final boss of the game. And I mean, the final boss is also a lot harder, and also has a different pattern than Gulex. So don't think for a second that if you can beat Gulex, you can beat the final boss. Just a hunch. Alright, so, gonna give these to the blues. And so off camera, I'm going to pluck and flower these Pikmin. So just give me a moment. And there we go. You can potentially get 20 Pikmin from Gulix, but I decided to give all the pellets to the blues because I needed more. Okay. "9 days since impact. Iridescent flint beetle. This creature's hypnotic, reflective body is quite hard, giving it a good defense against Pikmin attacks. Why, then, do the Pikmin chase it in such a frenzy? I wonder if it will undergo any change if I hit it directly with Pikmin." Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, how certain enemies will have their names revealed at certain points in the game, like the journal entries. But like I said, even though I wanted to keep them a secret, I say them way too much. That I can't, that I can't see them and not say their name. So I've given up. Alright, 0 Pikmin today lost, 40 Pikmin sprouted, and I think we're doing pretty good on our numbers. And now let's save. Alright. And that's it for this episode of Pikmin. Next time on Pikmin, we're gonna head back to the Forest Naval and get some more ship parts there. See you guys then. Goodbye.